Now that the guys have dialed in the bell housing, the next step is to make sure we have the correct gap between the fingers of the clutch and the surface of the release bearing. If we have too much room, the bearing can't travel out to properly engage the fingers, and if we don't have enough, the bearing and the fingers will be in constant contact and it can cause the clutch to slip. So if you think about it, when the bell housing is bolted up to the transmission, this surface and this surface are the same point. So the guys will measure from here into the fingers, and I'll measure from here out to the surface of the bearing. The difference between the two is the air gap.
To get started on the HydraMax hydraulic clutch installation, there's two things we got to do, and one of them happens under the car, the other one is going to happen on the bench. So I want to make sure you know that first off, when you install the clutch, in this case a ram that the owner provided for this car, you have to make sure that the installation tool slides freely in and out of the pilot bearing and the clutch disc. That's going to make sure everything is happy and easy to put in. After that, you need to measure from the fingers of the clutch to the face of the bell housing. That's the part we do under the car, and Matt is going to demonstrate that.
All you need for that is a square and a set of digital calipers. Put your square up right here and use the pointy thing at the end. If you ever wonder what to do with that, this is what that does. So you put the pointy thing as a caliper on your clutch fingers from the edge, and we've got 2.575. So we're going to write that down.
2.575.
Yeah, and that measurement will be important once we go to the bench. So 2.575.
Ta-da! 2.575, now we go to the bench, then we work on shims and measurements to make sure that all of the spacing is correct.
Now that we have the measurement from the face of the bell into the fingers, we need to find out how far it is from the face of the trans out to the face of the bearing. Make sure the bearing's seated all the way in, straight edge across here. Mic this in, and we are at 2.350. So from here to here is 3.50. From the fingers of the clutch into the surface of the bearing was 2.575. You do the math, the gap is 2.25. So that means we have too much space here and the bearing won't be able to fully disengage the clutch. So what we need to do, remove the bearing, take one of these 60 thousandths shims that come in the kit. This goes on, bearing back here, and we've just taken up 60 thousandths. So 225 thousandths minus 60 thousandths puts us at 165, and we're within range.